Hey guys, I'm excited to say that I have a special guest in my kitchen with me today. Meet Zung from Honeysuckle Catering. If you don't already know of her channel, I encourage you to go check it out. If you like this channel, you will love her channel. It is beautiful video with fantastic recipes that I know you guys would love. So when I heard she was coming to LA, I invited her here into my kitchen because she knows how to make something that I've always wanted to learn how to do, and that's Vietnamese spring rolls. But she's gonna show me a modern take on a traditional spring roll that is perfect for summer entertaining. Okay, Zung, so I see this big piece of meat here, and you're gonna show us how to cut it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so first, make sure you have a really sharp knife, and then I just like to hold the beef and cuff my hand like this. Just hold it still, and just make sure to cut it really thin. Just go back and forth, and you don't want it like paper thin. You want it thin enough just so you can saute it, kind of like a stir fry.
So this meat looks pretty tender. What would you say would be the best cut of meat for something like this?
So I've actually used many different cuts of meat. I've used beef tenderloin, tri-tip is also a really good one, but top sirloin is really perfect because it's nice and tender.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I also love these kind of dinners in the summer when it is hot, because you can get the meat all made before ahead of time, and then all you have to do is assemble it, which is great when you're hot and you don't want to cook. Okay, so now you're gonna show us how to make the marinade.
Yeah.
You instructed me to buy the lemongrass, which smells so amazing. It's such a beautiful smell to it. Is this a popular thing in Vietnamese cooking?
Yes, so they use this in a lot of different things, mostly marinades and for meat dishes, and it really has like this citrusy, exotic,
summery,
smell
fresh
to it.
Yeah, it's great.
My mom usually stocks up on these and then she chops them up and then she freezes them. So to prep the lemongrass, I like to just kind of get in there, chop it into smaller circles first. All right, and you only need about a tablespoon of this, so I'm just gonna finely mince it. So now that you have your lemongrass, we're gonna add 1 minced garlic, and then a shallot minced as well, and then a teaspoon of sugar. We'll need 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, and this is used in a lot of Vietnamese cooking as well. A lot of marinades and stir fries.
Oh, like stir fry. And if I use it in a stir fry, would I just add it straight, or do you need to add water to it or vinegar?
You know what, a lot of times you can add it straight and then balance it with a little bit of sugar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can I taste it? I'm just sort of interested. I mean, is this gonna be yucky if I do this? Oh yeah, it's salty.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
But that's why
the
it's good for marinades. Yeah. That was good. Okay. It does have a slight fishy taste to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then next I'm adding 2 tablespoons of soy sauce.
Okay. I mean, that's the thing with marinades, is like, you really need salt. Salt is what is going to make that meat tender and delicious and juicy. So all of these sauces, like even soy has a lot of salt in it, it actually is just going to help that meat taste even more flavorful.
Yeah. And then 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. Now, I feel like sesame oil and the lemongrass is a secret ingredient that really makes this beef pop. And then some black pepper.
That looks delicious.
All right, now we'll just throw the beef in there.
Okay, great. I will be your helpful assistant.
Thank you.
I will do the honors.
And for marinades, I really like to just use my hands, just get a good mix in there.
Get in there. That's what makes cooking fun, right? So how long are we going to actually marinate this for?
So about 20 to 30 minutes, just so it soaks in all the flavors.
Okay.
And then we'll cook it up.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Now, because of the way my kitchen is set up, we actually aren't going to cook this in real time. Zung is going to explain how to cook it, and then you're going to see beautiful images of this meat being cooked. It's just a little easier to shoot that way.
Get a medium-sized pan and get it really hot, and then we'll just add in a little bit of oil, and you can use olive oil or sesame oil. Okay. And then I would just probably use maybe a quarter of this, just so you cook it really fast and give it a nice sear, and you don't risk steaming it when you cook them all together.
Right, okay, so that is a good point. I think when you're cooking any meat, is don't take all this meat, throw it in the pan, because it's gonna get overcrowded and the meat's gonna steam up, it's not gonna sear. So Zung, that is a very good tip. A little bit at a time. Okay guys, so now through the magic of editing, we have our beautifully seared beef here and all of our ingredients that are gonna go into the spring roll. And I have a fabulous teacher who's gonna show me how to put this all together.
All right.
So what do we do?
So what you're gonna start off with is a rice paper. So I like to use the rice paper that's blended with rice flour and tapioca flour, just because The tapioca helps it become a little more flexible than the plain rice. Otherwise, it'll be tough and it'll break. So first we have this pie dish and we filled it up with water. So I just want to dip this in very lightly, wet it. Make sure everything is wet, so get in there with your hands if you need to. Drain it off.
Okay. There we go. And how do I know when it's just been enough? Is it just a time thing, like 1 or 2 seconds?
It'll continue to soak through once you start assembling, and that's perfect.
That's perfect, okay.
Yes.
Because if you let it go too far,
it'll get really sticky and hard to roll, so.
Good to know, okay. We'll do that, okay.
All right, so I'll start with the lettuce and lay it down in a strip, kind of like this.
Okay. I'm going to follow your lead.
All right. And then I like to add in some herbs. So I'll put in some cilantro and some mint.
Okay, 2 of my favorite herbs, fabulous. And great for summer, right?
And that's a great thing about Vietnamese cooking is that there's a lot of mint and herbs that really freshes everything up. So.
And a lot of it is raw, too.
Yeah.
We're
healthy.
It's healthy, I know, think of all those nutrients. And why is that? What is the tradition around that, do you know?
I think it's just that there's a lot of vegetables available and they make great use of it over there, so.
And it's quick.
Yeah.
And they're cooking and it's like ready to go.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right, so just a little bit of the rice noodles in there.
Okay.
You don't want to stuff it too much because you want to be able to roll it up kind of small.
Okay, so it'll be hard to roll if I put too much in.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's
That's perfect.
Okay. Ooh, yeah, it is sticky.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
And then just take some carrots and then some cucumbers, lay it in there.
Yummy. Cucumbers are so pretty too.
All right, so let's add some beef in there. And it's nice that it's already thinly sliced, so you can just put in a few strips in there. All right, now we're gonna roll.
Now, any tips?
So when you roll it, it could get messy. So we're gonna just roll it like this.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
And gather it in tightly. And just do it slowly and just run your fingers.
Okay.
Like this.
And it does sort of stick to itself, which is nice.
It does,
Oh yeah, it
it
totally
does.
sticks to itself. Okay. I didn't realize it would do that. Fabulous.
So most spring rolls, you actually roll it in, the sides in like a burrito, but I'm gonna show you how to present it really nicely. So that if you're serving it for a party, it'll be kind of impressive.
Totally. Now yours looks like 10 times better than mine does. So I'm gonna have you continue with yours and I am going to watch so that I can perfect my technique.
So just to make sure that your beautiful wrap doesn't get messed up when you cut it in, all you need to do is wet the knife a little bit so that it doesn't stick to your wrap when you're cutting it.
Okay.
So just be careful you don't cut yourself. Just enough like that, and then I like to cut it just through the middle, like that, and then cut it into bite-sized pieces so that it could be served really well, so we can all share.
Yeah, let's try it.
And there's your roll, and then you just kind of display it on this platter like
isn't that
so,
pretty?
so
I
that
love
you
that.
see all the different layers in there.
Yeah, that is gorgeous. That is so pretty and so summery. What a great idea. Now, and you have this delicious dipping sauce here.
Yes.
Yes. And if you guys want to know how to make the dipping sauce, there is a terrific video on Honeysuckle Catering. Just click the annotation and it'll take you there. And one of my favorite things about that video, because I've seen it, is the story of your mom and your dad.
And how they met.
And how they met, and I won't ruin it for you guys. Watch the video, it's a really cute story, and it has to do with the sauce. So go ahead and click it and you'll hear the story too.
Try it.
All right, so try. It looks too delicious to pass up. Going in. There we go. That's good.
Do you taste the lemongrass and the mint?
Totally.
Yeah. I feel like that's the star of the rolls.
No, really is. You're the star of the rolls.
No.
It's really good. You guys should totally try this. It's really refreshing with so many great flavors. It's such a simple dish, but you've got the lemongrass, you've got the vinegar and the garlic. It's so summery and so delicious.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you so much. Now you try it.
Okay.
Well, that is so good. You guys have got to give this a try. It's a delicious recipe. Zung, thank you so much for taking time out of your trip to come here and cook in my kitchen. I love
Thanks for having me. It was so fun.
You bet. And next time I'm up north, I'm going to pop in on you and I'm going to show you how to make a steak free.
Perfect. I love that.
All right, you guys, I will see you next week. And in the meantime, don't forget to head over to Honeysuckle Catering. There's some great recipes on there starring Beth that I think you all will love. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.